Hey, what's up, good peoples? Hey, this weekend I am going to propose to Brandy, and she has no idea. So the plan was pre-COVID we would come into Pennsylvania because I had a speaking engagement, but of course COVID hit, so that got pushed back. But on Sunday I have this book signing event or book photo shoot, so we're still going. So the first night we're going to stay in Pennsylvania, and because it's a fabric store that she want to go to, so she think we're going for that. But the next day we're going to go to the Poconos, so I got the room with the champagne glass tub. It got the pool or something else in it. So she gonna be surprised when she do it. But my plan is to have us answer these questions. So a lot of people submit a question, of course, on our cheesy dates. So I figure it would be a good time for us to just answer those. But one of my questions is gonna be nonchalantly, like, will you marry me? She's not gonna be thinking like, oh, this is it. She's just gonna be in the mood of answering the question. So it's gonna be, organic and free flowing. So after that, we're gonna see what happened. I'm gonna just impromptu and figure it out. Let me show y'all guys this ring. So it's pretty decent. It is close to 3 carats with together. So yeah, this is what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna do the fishbowl technique, which is, you put a lot of questions in, 5 from each people. I do 5, she do 5, and then we go from there. But of course, this is an exercise that you can do at home with your partner, or if you're a fellow therapist, you can, issue this assignment for your clients as well. But again, I pull these questions from the ones that people submitted to me just randomly. So, these are not questions that her and I have together. So, either way, she could be surprised. But I did throw the "Will you marry me" one in there. So my plan is to just nonchalantly, like, "Yo, hey, will you marry me?" And of course, she's gonna be thinking that it's still part of the questions, and we can go from there, man. So, wish me luck. Hey, what's going on, good people? It's your boy James Harris, founder of Mental Heal, author of Man Just Express Yourself. And today I have a special guest. My lady is in here with me, man, and we're going to answer some of you guys' questions that you've been submitting about my cheesy dates. And the way that we're going to do this is an exercise that I pretty much use in session with different couples and stuff like that, whether they're married or engaged or just dating. Um, so instead of the questions that her and I came up with, we're going to answer the question that you submitted to me. But for exercise purposes, and if you're a fellow therapist and want to do this exercise, you can just have your clients to put 5 to 10 questions in from one spouse, 5 to 10 questions from another spouse, and then they answer them honestly, openly, without being cantankerous, without being angry at each other, no conflict, meeting at the same time. So it's pretty much a good exercise. And it definitely will help with communication, openness, knocking down those walls and breaking the ice. So what you do is you can put them in a bag, in a shoebox, or whatever you want to do, and it, you pull out a question, you ask it to one partner, that partner answer it, and then you answer it, and then vice versa. They pull a question, they ask you, you answer it, and then they answer the question. So again, this goes good on date nights, um, preferably, at the beginning stage of your relationship, middle stages, and then throughout the relationship, basically and honestly, because communication is definitely vital and important. And it goes hand in hand with my book as well. So, ladies, definitely get your man a copy of this book. You purchase it, give it to him. He do a couple assignments. You give it, he give it back to you, and then you guys can exchange dialogue over dinner or just at a date night or just randomly. If you do it this way or this way, with the questions, it doesn't seem like a chore to them. It seems like an exercise to enhance you guys' relationship, you guys' communication, and stuff like that. So it's definitely beneficial, and hopefully you guys learn something. So again, fellow therapists, you can do this exercise with your clients, or wives, you can take the initiative and do this. Husbands, fellas, you can take the initiative and do this too if you want that communication to rise in your relationship. So without further ado, my lady, you pull the first question.
Okay. Oh, will you marry your partner?
How'd that be the first question? Yeah, no, I definitely think you're an amazing person. I would definitely love to marry you, and if that's your proposal, I don't know my
No.
ring size, so.
No.
But yeah,
No.
I definitely would marry you. I mean, I think we're on a good track. I think we're growing. We are, um, a good team, a good duo, and we have an amazing partnership. And I definitely appreciate you. Um, so you,
Yes. I'm supposed to answer the question too?
yeah.
Okay, yes, I will marry my partner. In fact, I'm waiting for him to ask me, so
Listen,
any day
listen, listen.
now. But I think we balance each other out. We just mesh so well and it's so organic. Nothing feels forced or has ever felt forced between us. It just flows.
That's, I mean, I like that answer, and no pressure. I'm going to definitely do it on my own time. We're gonna make this thing work. We're gonna figure it out. Um, so your question: how does blended families work?
Um, so coming from a blended family, I didn't like the way mine worked. So, um, for us and our blended family, I feel like, you know, the opposite person should treat their partner's child as their own. Do special things with them, love them unconditionally. Um, don't refer to them as your partner's child, but it can be your bonus child or what have you, or just your daughter or son.
Um, no, I mean I agree. I think our households ran smoothly. Our daughters get along. Um, those of you who don't know, we have a 8-year old and a 14-year old. Um, so they're at that stage they want to be alone anyway. So
Yeah.
our work is pretty much easy, but I understand that some people can have issues within the household with resentment or building that levels of trust because it is a new adjustment, blending families. But I think we've been fortunate, and based on the examples that we're setting, because we don't have conflict, that they see, we model a certain behavior and a certain characteristic that allows them to be open and eclectic and willing to engage with us. And we do family nights, we do game nights. We pre-pandemic we was doing a lot of different stuff out in the community and taking trips and stuff like that. So now it has changed, but we still continue to do game nights and stuff. And coming up this week, we'll be painting pumpkins or flower pots or whatever.
Flower pots.
Yeah, so
I've gotten into plants.
yeah, so yo, question on you.
Okay. Do you support your partner's goals?
Um, I would say I definitely support you, and I encourage you, and I probably push you a little bit more than you want to be pushed at times. And that's based on my drive and freedom of being free. But I definitely support you and encourage you, and I wish you continue to elevate because you're doing a heck of a job, and it's amazing to see you grow and to see you actually flourish within your business and the responses that you're getting on the different stuff that you do. So no, I definitely think that you are supported by me, and I'm gonna continue to support you, and I'm gonna continue to encourage and push you.
So I definitely feel like I support James on his journey. Definitely a lot of behind the scenes stuff, which I'm okay with. It's an amazing, like he said, it's an amazing journey to watch him grow and to be able to be a part of that. It's just something so special.
No, I appreciate that. Hey, you guys, continue to stick in there. Please like, share, and subscribe. We got a couple more questions to go. But again, couples, feel free to do this exercise. I'm telling you to be good. Different questions you can bring up. You can talk about intimacy. You can talk about infidelity. You can talk about finances. You can talk about fertility, whether that's having a child or not wanting children. So it all depends on which way you want to go. But again, we didn't select these questions. These were questions that were submitted to me by different people on my social media, so we did it that way. But we got a good foundation. Hopefully we set a good example for you guys. So who is it on me?
Yep, your turn.
Are you learning from your partner?
Definitely.
Expand on that. What am I teaching you? Let me see.
I think like I was free before and just my little earthy crunchy self as my family calls it. But I think from an entrepreneurship standpoint, you taught me a lot and allowed me to open up and try different things like sewing and the garden and now plants. So I think allowing helping me to cultivate that entrepreneurship side of things.
Dope. I'm learning from you as well. Like for a long time, it's always been not what you say, but how you say it. But now, like I intentionally pay attention to how I say things, how I articulate them, just so you can receive them in a proper way. And I'm also learning patience. I'm learning more to moisturize my skin. Hey, listen, that might sound funny, but it's serious, man. Like I wasn't exfoliating as much as I could, and then I had an eczema outbreak. So, listen, she
and
got
who
me.
came up with all the remedies?
I'm speaking. In my Kamala voice. Listen, so no, I had an eczema outbreak, and she was able to help me and support me. So I'm definitely learning to take better care of myself. Because to be real with you, like I put my clothes on, then I lotion my extremities that's exposed. But now, while I'm naked, I go ahead and head to toe. So I definitely learned, just little subtle things like that. And there's so many other grand things that we learn within the household that I'm sure that you know. So, but I learned a lot from you as well.
Awesome. My turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Does your partner push you to be better?
Yeah, so innately I have the ability to push myself. So I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of things where I had to become resilient and display a lot of tenacity and just be, have that drive. But just knowing that I have additional people to support and do things for, not only financially, monetarily, but just, set a model and have a certain characteristic. So you definitely push me in that way to continue to go, continue to, elevate within myself and for our partnership and for our daughters. So you definitely push me, to continue to go out. You adjust my crown when it needs to be adjusted. So I definitely appreciate you.
I feel the same way because I know at times I can get stuck in a rut or just down and out, and I think you help push me past that, whether that be emotionally or as far as work goes, but you help me get past that sticky place.
Nice. I'm glad I can do that for you. Who said I love you first? I'm a good being. You know what I mean? I'm so lovable that it just flowed out her mouth. Yeah, no, you said it first, but I was shortly there after. Like when I say shortly, it was like
6 months.
No, not that I didn't love you. It's just that I had to ensure that I wasn't just saying it, And when you, I don't know if you recall, but I would say I want my actions to show that I love you, opposed to just my words.
Mm-hmm.
So from an action standpoint, do you feel that my actions have shown that I love you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely. And you would say I adore you, they go not anything.
Yeah, no, I definitely value you and I adore you, and now I definitely love you. So I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I was on you.
Well, I said I love you first. I think I fell for James pretty quickly. I knew from the time we met that this was gonna be something. But I'll save that story for later. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it your go? Is it
I
my go?
I just picked that question.
Okay. Let's see. Do you have effective communication?
I would say so. Me personally, I'm an open book. Like I'm, if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you. If I want to tell you something, I'm going to do that. I just want to ensure that I articulate in a way that is not offensive, and I try to display as much tact as I can, and that's something that I learned over the years. But again, communication is definitely a two-part thing, and if you're new to my YouTube, it's definitely a communication video on there that you can check out. So be sure to do that, and it breaks down the different communication barriers as well as fundamental principles within communication. But I mean, I think I communicate rather easily, and I have an open door, nurturing policy to where you can come and express yourself and not feel like you got to hold back or withdraw or, hide something or not want to say it because you don't know my response. Because I'm not a cantankerous person in our setting. So I'm open, I'm easy. We can talk about it, we can discuss it, and we have a conversation just like this without yelling, without berating each other and cussing and stuff like that. Because that's not needed. Even in a disagreement, I don't feel that we need to do that. We can express ourselves wholeheartedly. Even if we don't see each other's point of view, we still can, figure out a compromise and come up with a good solution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we both have effective communication. I mean, of course, we've had disagreements before, and I think we've talked through that without animosity or anything. And I think that's one of the beneficial parts of our relationship is that we can talk through anything.
Do you feel wanted by your partner?
Yes, I do. I always feel wanted by my partner, especially those booty slaps.
Hey man, you jiggling a little wiggle. You got a little wiggle to your jiggle.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I definitely want you to feel wanted, because you're a beautiful woman and you are, you my, but me, I definitely feel wanted by you as well. And I appreciate the feeling wanted and being wanted. So yeah, I definitely appreciate you.
I love you, baby.
I love you as well.
My turn.
Couple more questions. Please hang in there with us.
What more can your partner do to help you?
Just continue to be consistent. Continue to allow me to navigate our road, our journey. Continue to hold me accountable, and continue to be open with me when you are in disagreement or want something else. Like a part of our communication is like I'm never going to be a mind reader, and I'm never going to put you in a position to where you like have to guess with me. So I think if we continue on that track, we'll definitely understand and continue to grow in the way in which we're growing.
I definitely agree. I think if we keep at the pace we're at, we will continue to have a great relationship.
Yeah. How do we handle disagreements?
We talk. We have communication, and even when we don't see eye to eye, there's no animosity in the end. Granted, it takes me a little bit longer. Just I need some quiet time to get through it. But I think that we just communicate well.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think we had a major disagreement thus far, and last week was 2 years of us knowing each other. Yeah, I don't remember any significant disagreement to where we had to like take a break and fall back and come back to the tables and figure things out. So I definitely think the communication piece is definitely important, and knowing your partner, understanding your partner is definitely equally important because you guys probably seen me post this a couple of days ago. Like you want to be happy, you want to be right. Like that doesn't necessarily mean avoid certain situations, but you definitely want to pick and choose your battles. Like if it matters to your partner, it should matter to you, and vice versa. Even if it's not a big issue, because a lot of stuff to me personally is not an issue. Like we'll figure it out. But when it matters to her, like I have to adjust and come back and figure it out. Like, all right, cool. Let me see how you were offended, or let me see what changes I can make to better do this next time, whatever the case is, and then we'd be good to go. Okay. Who wakes up earliest? You guys picked some good questions. Again, so you guys submitted these questions, but the questions, if you are, of course, a therapist or the couple that's doing them, you guys write your own questions, and they can be as loose or as rigid as you want them to. It depends on your relationship. But again, this is a good way for you guys to have a calm conversation without a discussion, because realistically, in most situations, if you ask a partner or a man or a woman, sometimes certain questions like emotions, feelings, traumas, or anything like that, or sex, or just intimacy, even not involving sex, like it can become offensive, or it can become a situation to where they feel caught off guard. So if you do it in settings like this, or if you do it with my book that you can get on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Target, Walmart, or of course my website, mentorheal.com, you know, it doesn't feel like a chore. It feels like something, again, to enhance you guys' relationship. And you can learn a little bit about your partner. So definitely do that. And the question was, who wakes up the earliest? You already answered it.
I think it could be a toss-up, because sometimes I wake up before you, but you always set an alarm clock.
Yeah, so I set an alarm for the most part, because I get up, I work out, and then I start my day. But you do get up early sometimes without your alarm clock, and you know, you go from there. But it's not drastically early, because my alarm will probably be going off a couple minutes later. So yeah, I guess it depends on the day and what we did the previous night or previous day or whatever. Like if we tired ourselves out, we rest ourselves or whatever.
Right. Who gets embarrassed the easiest?
I would say you.
Why me?
Well, I don't think it's for the sake of the question, I think it's you, but I don't think you get embarrassed.
I think if it was that situation, it probably would be me. But most of the times, I just be like, "That's him. He gonna be him."
Yeah. So and again, that's knowing your partner, because she know I don't. The perception of others don't really matter to me. Like I'm me. I'm happy with who I am, and I'm, you know, eclectic. I'm different. You know what I mean? Like all these other different adjectives I would say. So how you view me has no bearing on who I am and how I roll. And she adapt to it, and she go with it. So you know, I definitely take in consideration though, like, am I intentionally putting her in a position to feel uncomfortable, which I have yet to do, or, you know, we've been good. So yeah, I guess we're not in a position to embarrass each other. Who has the most affection?
Me.
I would agree with that. You have.
Like, I'm touchy-feely.
Yeah, and I can be touchy-feely, but I'm sensitive to touch. So sometimes I don't really want to be touched like that, or I don't want to touch like that. But it's an adjustment, and I've adjusted.
Yeah,
But
I think you're a lot better than in the beginning of our relationship.
Yeah, because I didn't know you. Nah, but no, I mean, I definitely think you are more affectionate, and I think I display affection, but I can increase it for you. You know, the amount of affection is there, but for her satisfaction, it can be more.
I like it all the time. Like, I'm just like, touch me.
Yeah.
Did you bring baggage from a previous relationship?
Nah, I was probably a year and some change single before you got in my way at Panera.
Dude, I was leaving the restaurant.
I'm speaking. I'm speaking. So nah, like I didn't. I was free minded. I was on my entrepreneurship journey. I was on my school journey. I was just hustling. I was staying up the way. So our relationship was far removed from my mind. And and my previous relationship even wasn't even a bad situation. We just agreed to not be together based on the direction in which we were going. So that it wasn't a situation to where I ended a relationship because of some tragic or something bad happened, and then oh man, this might come up in my next relationship. So it wasn't a situation like that. So I was fortunate, and I was able to again like distract myself and do so many other things that I wanted to do for me and for my next partner. To have a man that's healed and focused and driven, that I didn't bring any baggage.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think I was single for like 4 years before we started dating or met. And during that time, I just kind of focused on myself and my daughter and, healing from all the different things that I had been through relationship wise. And in fact, before I met James, I was like, okay, God, like, I'm cool with being single now, so we good. Like, I don't even need anybody. I just gotten to that place where I was just comfortable with dating myself and healing from the previous traumas I had been through in relationships. So I didn't bring any of that into this.
Okay. So when you said, okay, God was like, listen, here I am.
Mm-hmm.
Last question.
All right. What more can you do to help your partner?
What more can I do to help my partner? Continue to be open, continue to be, to continue to, I guess, make you feel comfortable in yourself and in our bond. And I think that will continue to help you be willing to be you, be happy, not only for yourself, but for us. And of course, from a business perspective, continue to give you tips, continue to have you be innovative and open, and pushing those boundaries, and just be a shoulder and an ear when you need.
You said it well for the both of us. I mean, I feel the same way. Just continue to be that support system, and whatever you need, we can get through it together as a team.
Cool. So so that's the exercise. That's pretty much good. Hopefully, you guys gain some insight on different questions, different situations. My favorite question was, do you feel wanted by your partner? I definitely feel wanted by my partner, so I'm happy for that. What you think your favorite?
Will you marry your partner? That was my favorite question.
Yo, how did I know she was gonna say that? But it's weird though, to be real with you. Like, I will marry you, and I definitely think it's like you've earned, the right to be married. So I definitely will marry you.
Well, thank you.
And I'll just make it official. We threw a little wedge in there. She has no idea what's about to happen. So, Brandy, will you marry me?
Yes. Oh my God, James. Yes. Oh, my Jesus.
Is the right size?
It's so pretty. Oh my God.
I knew that was gonna be your question. Hey, so listen, we could give her time to calm down. She had no idea that this was about to happen. So listen, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a break. She gonna calm down, and we're gonna come back to recap her reaction and all that. So definitely appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know how y'all feel, man. How y'all think I did with the proposal? I knew she was gonna be surprised with it. So yeah, check us in a few minutes.
Oh my God. Babe. I was so nice, expecting that.
All right, people, we back. We're dressed, and we're gonna give you guys a recap, or I guess a summary of what has taken place. So she said yes, which is a good thing. We are now in the Poconos. The outside looks terrible, but the room is phenomenal. We got the what you call this?
Champagne Towers.
We got the Champagne Tower. So as a matter, we just gonna give you guys a tour of the room. The Champagne room has a sauna in here. It has a heart-shaped pool, massage table, fireplace, bed with the lights over it, starlights, and we got mirrors in the room and all that. So we can give you guys a quick tour real quick. All right, so we just got to the room at the Poconos. Each room has its own pool, heart-shaped type, and then this room specifically is where I got it was the the champagne glass tub. So we'll be in there tonight. Probably throw some fireplace on. Then go upstairs. Bedroom, yeah. Heart-shaped bed overlooking the pool. Inside. Then of course, bathroom, regular shower, thinking area, and then of course this is how you get into the champagne glass tub. So dope. The outside looked terrible, but it's pretty decent on the inside. So we gonna get dressed, chill, probably at dinner. They got live entertainment. They got a couple different things. So we gonna have some fun, man. Yo, so what I didn't know that in the pool room, it is a sauna and a massage table. Let's see. Nice joint, you put the clothes in yourself or whatever. A massage table, get your oils. And then of course, pool situation. All right, so how you feel?
I feel great. I feel happy, ecstatic, still a little shocked because I didn't see it coming or expect it. So, yeah. How do you feel?
I mean, we here now. I definitely think it was time. I'm happy you said yes. I mean, I didn't doubt you want to say yes, but I'm happy that you said yes, and I'm glad that we're here. I definitely appreciate you, and I'm sorry that you had to be a part of that experiment. But I would like to think that we did help other couples with those questions.
I think so, yeah.
But that shocking surprise was definitely needed, and I was pondering on how I was gonna do it, because at first I was gonna, like, I didn't expect you to get the question on the first one.
I was gonna say, what would you have done if you pulled the question?
If I think it would have went the same way, but it wouldn't have. I think I still would. At first, I was just like, well, whenever we get to the question, I'll just propose. But then, as it was going through, I was like, nah, we might as well answer all the questions so we can continue to help people. So, which is fortunate. But hey, man, I don't have any more else to tell people. I'm glad we're gonna update you guys in the wedding. Couple years.
We'll see. Maybe after all this COVID-19 craziness, because I want to be able to have all our family and friends, because there's so many people that love us.
So we definitely appreciate you guys. Give us your feedback. Let me know, man. I definitely appreciate you. Thank you.